Number 3 is thinking that more is better. If I give you more calls, more content, if I give you more, then it will be better and your experience will be better. And I am here to tell you that is a huge mistake because number 1, more is not better. Today we are chatting about the 5 common mistakes that either a new coach often makes or a new coaching program will sort of fall into the trap of these mistakes. Now, this came from one of our incredible clients who asked this question. He said, what a great idea. So in an effort to always over-deliver, not only am I going to give you 5 of the most common mistakes right here, right now, today on the episode, but if you click the link in the show notes, we have a free download for you with 5 more mistakes. So there you have it. You're going to get a total of 10 mistakes to make sure that you don't fall into the trap of any of these. If you do, don't judge yourself. If you've done them, not a big deal. You can always course correct, but I want to just kind of chat about it. So let's get into it. So the first one, huge mistake that new coaches make and new course creators make is that they create the thing first and then they try to sell it. So if you spend time, energy, and potentially money creating your course, your program, and then you try to sell it, this is a huge mistake. One of the biggest reasons why people quit the coaching industry or they quit digital marketing before they've actually even tried it or given it like a valiant effort. You put an offer out into the world and maybe you hear crickets, nobody buys it, or maybe you make a couple sales, but it's not what you expected. But if you look at any major company, their entire model is based off sell the idea, sell the promise of the transformation, get people to invest their money into the idea. And then when you have the capital, you'll actually go create the thing. So when you're putting out a coaching program, an ebook, a meditation, anything like that you're going to be selling, I want you to sell the offer, sell the promise of the transformation with as much detail as possible. And then when you have the money and people have paid you, the first person has paid you, you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars. When the first person has paid you, that is evidence that there's market demand for the thing that you want. That's evidence for your language, your messaging is actually sticking, you're nailing it. The second mistake also has to do with the sale because people want a solution to the problem and they want it fast. We live in a world of instant gratification. How fast can you get me my solution? And can you get it to me where I have to do the least amount of work possible? So a huge mistake that a lot of us are making, myself included, I've been there, done that, is that we get so focused on our method. And when you sell those things, it sounds like a lot of work. And people don't want to do a lot of work. People want the result. Number 3 is thinking that more is better. If I give you more calls, more content, if I give you more, then it will be better and your experience will be better. And I am here to tell you that is a huge mistake because number 1, more is not better. In fact, with coaching programs and courses, most of the time, less is better. If someone comes in and you give them a lot, they're going to feel obligated to do everything because they've paid for it. And when people pay, they pay attention. And when we invest, we want to get the most bang for our buck. We want to squeeze the juice. The whole point of someone working with you, joining your program, buying your course is so that you can get them to where they want to go faster and easier. Less is more. Give them time to implement because we both know that the actual formula here is information plus implementation. Implementation is the action. It's the doing. That's where coaches come in. It's the accountability, the checklist, the support. Information plus implementation equals transformation or result or desired outcome. Mistake number 4 is overcoaching, similarly to make yourself feel valuable enough or like you're doing your job. This is overcoaching, meaning overstepping the line of what coaching actually is. In my world, the definition of coaching is really helping guide someone to their own breakthrough, transformation, their own intuitive decision. You're guiding them. You're a mirror and you're reflecting back to them things that they might not see. But what coaching isn't and shouldn't be is you telling someone what to do. That's not coaching. That maybe would be consulting if someone's paying you for that. Maybe that's an element of teaching if that is the expectation where you're coming in to learn a particular thing, a skill, a technique, and you're a teacher and you're going to drop that mic and you're going to leave after you've taught that thing. But coaching is a relationship. It's a back and forth. It's a let me help guide you to what you think is best for you. But when a client comes in and they ask me a question and they're stressed about limiting belief or imposter, or they don't know how to price their program, or they're not sure about their niche or their ideal client, I don't just say, this is your niche, this is your ideal client. I give them probing questions. I help guide them to the answer. How does your client feel then? Well, what are they struggling with? Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. That is your job as a coach. So be very cautious that when you're in a coaching program, when you've created a course, you're not just telling people what to do. You're help guiding them. You're asking better questions and you're teaching coaching them to ask better questions, because the quality of our questions will depend on the quality of the answers that we get. And the quality of those answers will determine the quality of our life or our business. Don't just chirp at them. Help them uncover, unravel, help them see what they might not see because they're so in it, they're in the bottle, right? That's what coaching is. But the fifth most common mistake that I see, coaches are forgetting, or they feel uncomfortable, how to ask for wins and testimonials, specifically when they happen. When a client has a win, when they have an aha, when they have a transformation, when something like that happens, it's best to ask them right then and there. In the middle of the program, they're in week 2, they have an aha moment, they say something about that on a coaching call, or they write something about that in your WhatsApp chat. Ask them for a follow-up. Ask them to expand on that right then and there. Or you take a screenshot right then and there and save that to an album of client wins. Personally reach out to them. Hey, I'm so excited that this thing happened. Congratulations. It's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing it on our call or in our group. Would you mind writing a little bit more about that so that I can screenshot it and use it in the future? I'll blur your name out. Would you mind creating a video testimonial real quick about how you feel or what you learned or what this experience has meant to you thus far? There's nothing wrong with having multiple testimonials from the same client. So just a quick recap of 5 of the most common mistakes that I see new coaches or new coaching programs or courses sort of forget about, things they forget to do, or maybe they've missed the mark. Number 1 is that they're spending time, energy, and potentially money creating the thing before they've actually sold it, which is not the best way to do it. Go with the prototype model like every big company does. Number 2 is that you are focused selling the deliverables. You're focused on the airplane or the vehicle that's going to get someone to A to B, rather than the island that they want to get to, which ultimately is way sexier and would include less work. Now, we both know it still requires work, but we don't want to sell the work. We want to sell the transformation. Number 3, thinking that more is better and overpacking your course or your content or your coaching with too much information, too many calls, too many resources, and quite frankly, just completely paralyzing and overwhelming your clients. Mistake number 4 is being mindful that you're not crossing the line between coach or consultant or mentor or teacher or therapist to what's going to be best for them in their transformation. And mistake number 5, missing out on the opportunity for testimonials, especially when they're happening. Get them while they're hot, get them when they're excited. If you are looking for 5 more mistakes, some of those mistakes are happening in your program, but a lot of the ones that I'm giving you in this download are what happen after your program or your course as you're getting into your next launch. These are juicy, these are good. Make sure you head to our show notes, click the link. It's totally free. It's just a single page PDF that you can download with 5 more mistakes. Do not make the mistakes that I have, or make them and learn for yourself. That's ultimately how we learn best. But if you could avoid them, I would say avoid as many of these as possible. If you've made these in the past, no harm, no foul, no shame in that game. We've all done it. So the best thing that you can do is just learn from those mistakes moving forward, and those mistakes become lessons. They are nothing else. You are not a failure. As always, if you loved this episode and found it helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these mistakes are you like, oh my goodness, thank God, I'm avoiding that now. I'm so glad I listened to this episode. Take a screenshot, share it on social media, tag me at I am Jessica DeRose. Let me know which 1, 2, maybe even all 5 mistakes were huge. But we can help more people when we share this on social media and they see it and then they go listen and then they don't make these mistakes either. That right there is the ripple effect. And as always, friends, cheers to your evolution.